What is up, guys? EJ here, aka Puckbond007, and welcome to the Movie Reviewers 100, this great collaboration channel on YouTube and Facebook, and now Instagram, that I'm proud to be a part of. So this week is Leonardo DiCaprio week. Leo, definitely one of my favorite actors, has been for a while now. One of the best actors of his generation, in my opinion. Yeah, I remember Leo back in the day in the early 90s appearing on the show Growing Pains. I still need to pick up some of those Growing Pains seasons. I definitely want to get the one that he appears on. Then, of course, he starred in a few smaller movies in the early to mid 90s. Films like This Boy's Life, um, The Quick and the Dead, which I know Scott is a fan of. Fun Western. Uh, the Basketball Diaries, which is a really good film. What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Baz Luhrmann's 1996 film. William and Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. And then, of course, he hit it big in 1997 with a Little Boat movie. So instead of talking about just one film, reviewing one movie, this week I'm going to do a top 10 list. My top 10 favorite Leonardo DiCaprio films. Because there are many and too many great films for me not to leave out all these great movies. So starting out at number 10, counting down as always, let's talk about that Little Boat movie, and that is of course James Cameron's Oscar-winning Titanic. Just a brilliant film. I was not a fan of it at first. I in fact refused to watch it because of all the hype. Back when it first opened, I didn't see it until 2002, I don't think, but I fell in love with it. Kate Winslet's is my favorite actress, I should say, and I've loved her ever since. Yeah, just a fantastic movie. Leo as Jack, a kind-hearted artist who sort of uh, stows aboard the wins a bet right before the Titanic sets sail, and he wins a bet, wins the ticket to get onto the ship. Um, of course, the fateful voyage of the RMS Titanic. Um, yeah, just a brilliant film, great cast, unbelievable effects, sort of a fun but doomed romance love story aboard the Titanic. Terrific cast, like I said. Kathy Bates is wonderful in the film as the unsinkable Molly Brown. Gloria Stewart as the older version as Rose. I like how the film is framed with the opening with Bill Paxton salvaging the sort of the artifacts of the sunken ship, and of course Gloria Stewart comes aboard and tells the story of her and Jack. Um, yeah, I like all those scenes, especially the heart of the sea, the jewel, and all that kind of stuff. Frances Fisher, really wonderful as Rose's mother, and people like Bernard Hill as the captain. Bernard Hill from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah, Billy Zane, great as her boyfriend, as her soon-to-be husband, and so on. Just a wonderful story, and I think Kate Winslet is absolutely stunning in this film. I love the red hair that she has in this movie, and of course the scene where he draws a picture of her while she's lying there naked with just the jewel. That's a great moment. Yeah, so many great scenes. The last hour, of course, with the ship sinking after hitting the iceberg is really great stuff to watch, and a heartbreaking ending of course, when Rose lets Jack go. Yeah, just a great film. Titanic, number 10 on my list. Okay, moving on to number 9. Really good film from 2006, and that is Blood Diamond, directed by Edward Zwick. Of course, starring Leonardo DiCaprio as a ex-mercenary turned smuggler who's caught up in the Civil War in Sierra Leone in 1999. He teams up with a journalist played by Jennifer Connelly to help Jumon Hunsu rescue his son. Um, from the sort of the radical militia that's going around killing everybody and all that kind of stuff. Really good film, tough to watch in parts, but the action is incredible. Um, I like to refer to this movie as TIA. This is Africa. That's what Leo says in his South African accent in this film. But really good movie. Michael Sheen and Arnold Vosloo are in it as well. Blood Diamond, number 9 on my list. Alright, moving on to number 8, we have Django Unchained, of course, from 2012, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. Really great film about a slave played by Jamie Foxx who teams up with a bounty hunter, the great Christoph Waltz. Jamie Foxx learns the ways of a bounty hunter in order to rescue his wife, played by Kerry Washington, who's been sold into slavery and is owned by Leo DiCaprio's character, who owns Candyland, the plantation. Yeah, just a great sort of ode to spaghetti westerns by Tarantino. The dialogue is amazing, of course. The action scenes are great. Samuel L. Jackson, awesome. Probably definitely not my favorite Tarantino film, but it's still right up there with all his great movies. Inglourious Basterds and so on, Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown, and Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, and Pulp Fiction. Just a fantastic writer-director, Tarantino, and I really enjoyed Leo DiCaprio in this film a lot. Django Unchained at number 8. Okay, up next, a film, what the hell am I? Number 7, The Wolf of Wall Street, from 2013. Not the first time you'll see a Leo and Martin Scorsese pairing on this list, that's for sure. This is a wonderful film about a young stockbroker, Jordan Belfort, played by Leo, who takes New York City by storm. A lot of excess in this film about money, sex, and drugs. Jonah Hill, terrific. Margot Robbie, what a wonderful find she has been. Really great film. Matthew McConaughey, Kyle Chandler, Rob Reiner, to name a few. Jean Dujardin is in the film as well. Just a terrific film. Definitely not my favorite Scorsese Leo pairing, but still a great movie. One of my favorites of 2013. The Wolf of Wall Street at number 7. Okay, moving on to number 6, a film I don't have a visual aid for, of course, because I only just saw it a couple weeks ago, and it's currently still out in theaters, and that is The Revenant, from last year, 2015. Just a fantastic movie that I reviewed a couple weeks ago in my series of weekly movie review roundups, episode 10. So I won't go into too much detail on The Revenant. You can check out my review in the video in the link in the description. Just a great movie, directed by Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu. Leo stars as Hugh Glass, a frontiersman who goes through great pains to survive a fur expedition hunting party in the 1820s. Fantastic visuals. Tom Hardy is terrific in the film as well. Domhnall Gleeson as well is really good. Just a great movie. Some fantastic scenes. The bear mall attack scene is one of the most incredible scenes I've seen in the movie in quite a while. Just a great movie. My favorite film of 2015 so far. And of course, Alan, Big Al, 1982, did a review of The Revenant yesterday, which he posted today. So be sure to check out his video as well on it. Just a terrific film. Absolutely loved it. And so The Revenant is number 6 on my list. Okay, moving on to number 5. Has to be on the list. And that is, of course, Inception. Christopher Nolan's visually arresting masterpiece from 2010. Just a brilliant film. Leo, of course, leads a crack team of thieves who use dream technology to extract secrets from people. And in this film, of course, the idea is they have to implant an idea into a CEO. Just a great film. Tom Hardy, again, terrific. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ellen Page, Ken Watanabe, Tom Berenger. Just a fantastic film. Visually stunning, and the layers as it goes deeper into the movie is just unbelievable. One of the most mind-bending, and blew my mind when I first saw it. Inception, just a terrific film. I love these type of movies, and this one certainly did not disappoint. I think it's Christopher Nolan's best film. Inception at number 5. Alright, moving on to number 4. We have two films back to back from 2002, which were two of my favorite films of that year. And the first one at number 4 is Catch Me If You Can, directed by Steven Spielberg. Probably the most lighthearted film on my list. Yeah, Leo is absolutely fantastic in this movie as young con man, master of disguise, Frank Abagnale Jr., who manages to impersonate an airline pilot, a doctor, amongst other things. Really fun film, and of course, Tom Hanks plays the FBI agent who's trying to chase him down. Just a terrific movie. I love the performance by Leo in this movie, and Christopher Walken, awesome as his father. Loads of fun, lots of good-looking women in this movie as well. Just a really fun film. It's one of Spielberg's best over the past decade or so. I'm hoping to see more pairings of Spielberg and Leo in the future, because this was a terrific movie and I absolutely love it. Catch Me If You Can at number 4. And that, of course, leads me to the other film from 2002, another Leo Martin Scorsese pairing, and that is, of course, Gangs of New York. Just a stunning movie, of course, like I said, directed by Martin Scorsese, about Irish immigrants trying to survive in the early 1800s in New York. Culmination of the 5 boroughs as these street gangs fight for turf, led, of course, by Daniel Day-Lewis's awesome performance. Leo's great as well. Cameron Diaz, terrific. People like Jim Broadbent. Just a great film. Tough to watch at times, but visually stunning. Just a terrific film, Gangs of New York. And it's number 3 on my list. Alright, moving on to number 2, we have The Aviator, again directed by Martin Scorsese. My favorite film of 2004. Fantastic performance by Leo DiCaprio as sort of quirky but brilliant billionaire entrepreneur. Howard Hughes, set in the 1920s, a pioneer in the field of aviation. Also took a hand in Hollywood, and certainly benefited from the fruits of that labor by dating actresses like Katharine Hepburn, wonderfully played by Kate Blanchett, of course, in the Oscar-winning performance. Kate Beckinsale as Ava Gardner. Yeah, just a terrific film. Great cast: Jude Law, Alec Baldwin, Alan Alda, John C. Reilly, who was in Gangs of New York as well. Yeah, The Aviator, fantastic film. This is the film I really thought he should have won the Oscar for. I think he'll win it for The Revenant, and I'll be very happy, because it'll feel like a sort of body of work, Lifetime Achievement Award for Leo. But he's terrific in The Revenant. But this is the film, the performance I really felt he should have won for, The Aviator. number 2 on my list. And last but not least, of course, another Scorsese DiCaprio pairing, and that is, of course, The Departed. Yeah, Martin Scorsese finally won his Oscar for Best Director for this film in 2006. Just a great film. Goodfellas with cell phones, as it's known. Um, yeah, a remake of Infernal Affairs. Just a great film with a terrific cast. Set in Boston about the Irish Mafia, the Irish mob. Leo plays a young detective who is a mole in the Irish mob, led by what's his name? Jack Nicholson, fantastic in the movie. Great cast, includes Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, Vera Farmiga, Alec Baldwin again. Yeah, just a brilliant film. Shocking towards the end. Everybody gets shot in the head, basically. But a terrific movie with just outstanding cast and great performances. Yeah, just a brilliant film. One of my favorite movies of the 2000s. The Departed, number 1 on my list. So there you have it. My top 10 Leonardo DiCaprio films. Not necessarily my favorite performances by Leo. But he's a terrific actor, and his Oscar is overdue, and so I hope he wins it next week. Yeah, the Oscars are next Sunday, so come on, Leo, man. He's been a great actor for a while now, and this list is proof of the pudding of how good he's been over the years. So there's my top 10 list, my top 10 films, Leonardo DiCaprio movies. Make sure you check out the guys' videos this week. Like I said, Alan did a great review of The Revenant. I know we have a review of The Beach coming soon from Ian, so that'll be cool to see. I'm not sure what Scott is going to talk about. But yeah, of course, check out our Facebook page and our new Instagram page. Thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.
Bond. James Bond.